NZ, do you guys want to come up to the table? Welcome, Joe and Therese. And thanks very much for making the time. I know you've got another appointment as well, so it's great you can come through. I think we can largely take it as read, but do you want to just run through anything at a high level, and then we'll open up for questions if anyone has any. I'm kind of keen to keep the meeting moving if we can. So.
Good morning. I just wanted to run you through just a few points. Part of the report is the half-year report to 31 December, and I would just note on that CNZ has been successful in achieving further central government funding than expected. I also want to refer back to the workshop, which was, I think, last week, and note to you that we have taken into account, or we will in the feedback provided, about this funding needing to be updated, both the third party and the LTP funding. There were just some anomalies that need to be updated. There's a few performance measures that need to have benchmark targets put in, which CNZ is working towards achieving. They're currently working on the urban development work pipeline, which won't be completed in time for 30 June, but will be well progressed. And the only other comment we would raise is whether the SOI should have, or it would be useful to have, the breakdown of funding allocation to the particular activity groups in the SOI, acknowledging that though that's an indication of the allocation and may change, but that gets picked up in reporting and becomes very transparent. And that's all I wanted to say.
Great, thank you very much. Joe or Therese, is there anything you want to run through?
Yeah, just very briefly, thank you, Chair. I just want to thank you all for the input that you gave us during the workshop session last week. As Linda said, that feedback will be incorporated into the next version of the draft. It was a very useful feedback, and in particular in relation to multicultural committees, so thank you for that. The performance measures that are, the two documents in front of you, the Q2 report, as Linda said, we're well on target, and we're very pleased to be able to present this to you today. And then the statement of intent obviously looks at our activity over the next 3 years and is aligned with the level of funding that has been outlined in the draft LTP and gone out for consultation. Happy to answer any specific questions.
Therese, is there anything you wanted to add? Or?
I would echo what Joanna has said. It's been a great first half, and we're really looking forward to getting our SOI locked away and continue to deliver that for Christchurch.
Great. Thank you very much. Are there any questions? No? Oh, Yanni. I paused for too long then.
Just on the, yeah, I note that you've got a partnership with the Crusaders, and noting that we've got like a home final coming up. Have you got anything planned? I mean, do you have like, I just remember back in the Renfrew Shield games, the city, used to get really excited about a final or, a key game, and there used to be a lot of central city promotion. So I just wondered, do you kind of have capacity to do that one-off sort of special events promotion?
Yes, we do, and I don't want to be presumptuous about the performance of the team because we have no control over that. Yeah. But what we do control is the way that we reach the Crusaders audiences, so that the partnerships are directly designed to reach the largest possible audience, which we largely do through the broadcast audience. If we are in a position to be celebrating holding the cup, then we may look at tactical activations to reach our own residents as well.
But in terms of the game day or people coming to the city, do we do anything to celebrate?
Yeah, I wonder, just in terms of what we're trying to achieve here, it's probably a really detailed question that maybe you could take offline with Joe and the team. I'm just conscious we have got, I mean, it's a really operational thing.
Just the other, the other question was just around the Buskers Festival, the Bread and Circus. Are we going to get a detailed sort of report around the expenditure and the attendance and kind of an evaluation of how it's gone?
No, we report through to this committee on the performance that is captured within our levels of service and our statement of intent. That incorporates the Buskers performance. We would need to hold a special session in relation to Buskers at your request. it's not part of our normal reporting.
Great. Okay, thank you. Anything else? Jimmy?
I reviewed the 4.5, the third bullet point. I'm not sure in here. Why mention the meets commitment reduce the organization specific carbon emission by 2045? I remember, based on council those later the expectation is focused by 2030. There's carbon emission neutrality, am I right? Is rather than 2045.
And this is the target that we've been given in the letter of expectation, and if you want to revise that, you'll need to let us know with the revised letter of expectation.
Okay.
We did discuss that at the workshop that we had, and we noted that you would like us to have that 2030 target in the LOE for next year for Christchurch, New Zealand.
Yeah, thanks. That's a very good point. We have been through it, Jimmy.
Okay,
So,
thank you.
who would like to move this? Sarah would like to move it. Who would like to second it? Jimmy would like to second it. Is there any discussion? Yanni?
Yeah, thanks. I do think it would be good to get a formal report back on the Buskers Festival. When we agreed to the new format, we did put in quite a considerable investment, and I think it would be good just to kind of understand how that's going. Now, obviously, COVID-19's had a massive impact, but it just seems to me that for the level of expenditure that we put into something with an expectation of getting a certain outcome, it would be really good to see how that's going. So I don't know how others feel about that, but that would certainly be. We do have some very limited information in the 6-monthly report, but it's certainly not detailed enough.
Cool. Is anyone else? No. Oh no, we're in debate. Yeah. So the only other thing I'd say is, I mean, that workshop last week was really, or the week before was really useful, and I know you're on the same page when you talk about tangible, measurable outcomes, and we certainly look forward to that being delivered. So thanks very much for making the time to come in. We really appreciate you both here as Chief Exec and Chair. So.